Do you know what happens after you apply for an individual health insurance policy? What happens is you wait. Getting approved for health insurance is not a 30-minute process. It's not going to happen with the snap of a finger. You better give yourself a little bit of time. Generally, it takes at least 7 to 10 days for an insurance company to process your application. Once they finish processing it, they're going to come back with a decision. That decision could be one of three things. It could be they're going to issue that policy at the rate that was quoted to you. They're going to issue the policy at a different rate that may be higher than what was initially quoted to you. Or they do reserve the right, at least until 2014, to decline you for any pre-existing conditions or medical procedures that you have recently had done or been treated for. Also, depending on your medical history is going to determine the amount of time that it may take to process that application. If there are some things that recently happened, you had a couple tests done or whatever, they might request for further information, more details on that procedure. Sometimes they just require a follow-up question or two with you in which you might be contacted directly from the insurance company's underwriter or from somebody like myself, an agent or broker who has been assigned the responsibility to obtain the information from you. Either way, those things need to be completed before the application can finish being processed. If even more detailed information is required, they will sometimes request that you obtain actual notes and medical records from your doctor. This is where things become, as I would say nicely, a mess. Your doctor is not always, let's just say, motivated to provide that information to you in a timely manner or to the insurance company. Anytime you get doctor's notes and records involved, really it could be anywhere from a couple weeks to a month, month and a half before the process is actually taken care of. It's important to keep in mind that when you received your initial quote for that health insurance policy, chances are the rate that was quoted was just their standard rate, the base rate, basically the lowest sticker price that they'd be willing to offer it to you for. This is not taking into account any medical history that we just kind of went through. It isn't until that insurance company has obtained that medical information that they're going to be able to produce a more accurate rate for you. Even if you had received a preliminary evaluation by your agent or whoever you're working with, it's still hard to say that that's going to be right on the nose as far as what you're going to be paying. Until the underwriters get their hands dirty with that medical information, it's really difficult to say what that final price is that you're going to be paying every month. Although not to worry, if the rate does come back significantly higher than what you were expecting to pay, you were not committed in any way to pay that new rate. You will have the option to either accept or reject that new offer once it comes in. If you are approved, great, congratulations. Then you can just sit back and relax. You should receive your new ID cards and policy information in the mail within, again, another 7 to 10 business days. So if you're approved and the rate looks good and you don't have any questions, basically that's it, you're done. Also, it's important to note that the rate that you are approved for, at least in Ohio with most companies, that rate is going to be good for a 12-month period. Generally from the time that the policy starts or your effective date until the actual renewal date, which is again 12 months from the date in which you initially started the policy. There are a couple companies that will stagger their increases throughout the course of the year that aren't on a specific 12-month cycle. But that's it, you're done, you're approved for a health insurance policy. That's what you can expect. It's not a 30-minute, 20-minute, any type of minute, even a single day process. You're going to want to give yourself plenty of time to get this squared away and make sure that you have enough time to have that decision come back to allow you enough time to make a decision following that decision. If you need to make more decisions, because there's a lot of decisions to be made. So make that decision. So of course there is a blog post, I know you're surprised, on jingolainsurance.com, which it's also linked in the description of this video. So please feel free, go ahead, read up on that a little bit further if you need some clarification, want some more information, or this video just isn't doing it for you. So if you have any questions on what to expect after submitting your individual health insurance application, feel free to email me, joey@jingolainsurance.com. Be happy to help answer any questions that you might have. Not just about health insurance, not just about the health insurance application, but really any insurance question that you might have. So again, I am Joey Jingola with Jingola Insurance Agency. Take it easy, everyone.